Oh, the storms. They are a brewing. Hey, it's Thursday, August 12th. I skipped yesterday. Went and met John for our monthly-ish Bible study. It was really hot out all day today. And now, it was raining for a little bit, and I heard a little bit of thunder, and now just these storm clouds are just rolling in. Camera doesn't do it justice, but it is quite dark out. And it is at least 2 hours before it would normally be getting dark out. I'm not sure what I'm going to do this evening, but I think we might take a look at what's in this bin. See, this is a conference solution by Logitech, which means it's a webcam, which has some degree of remote control hub, which will connect it to a big speaker box. The concept behind it being that in an office environment, you put that big speaker box in the middle of your table, and you can have, along with your TV at the end of a big conference table, you can have that camera up there and point it where needed and have your business meetings. And that's what it was bought for. Now, you may have noticed in this planet that we've recently gone through a pandemic. Going through, I mean, there's light. I can see it, so. Anyways, which has changed things for a number of businesses. At my work, I went from working in an office to working from home, and that's probably going to be a permanent change. Unless I choose to move departments, advance within the department I'm in, something like that. If I just stay in my position, I will probably just remain working from home indefinitely. I'm actually pretty happy with that. Now, Mike, in his work, he has worked from home since before I knew him. However, his work has always had an office, like mine does. But his work has decided, going through this as everyone else in the company had to move to work from home, that they were not going to continue to have an office. And so they distributed all the stuff at the office as they're getting rid of that. So from that, Mike got this conference solution at my mom's recommendation, I think. She was like, Adam might be able to use that. It's a camera. And it is essentially a webcam. It is 1080p. I think the plan today is just to see if I can get that going. An option for a new, bit different camera. It's alive! Well, damn. All I gotta say is that field of view. Like, basically same position. Here. It sees from that shelf to that part of the door. Like, I just twisted that a bit. I can basically get it where I just barely get the edge of this shelf out of the frame, and just barely get the edge of this door out of the frame. And all of that is in view. So if I needs a wide angle, I got a wide angle. Now, this remote's not doing anything. Which means one of two things. Either the battery in this remote is dead, or that I do have to have the whole conference box hooked up in order for this remote to receive signal. So that's what I'm going to try first, because I have that. I don't have another battery for it. So I spent a long time looking at this thing, and I'm pretty pleased. I think I need to get a new battery for the remote, and I'm hopeful that that'll make that work. But otherwise, I mean, it captures from, you know, like the edge of this door all the way to, hold on, I physically have to move to the edge of this entertainment center in one wide field of view if I zoom it out all the way. If I set it on top of the center there and I zoom in over here, I can fill the screen with the books and read the words on the spine. That is a nice quality camera. It's a bit grainy when I do that, but it's still, it works. Now, what I'm thinking I will likely, hopefully be able to use that for would be to mount it up on the ceiling and point it down. It angles down basically as far as it will allow, given the physical shape of the camera. And be able to, say, zoom in on the Dwarven Forge builds in my role-playing games and show those, and be able to watch that, like during battle, not just have me grab the little camera on the side and take little images every few rounds or whatever, or when something cool happens, and no, just be able to put it in the middle of the frame around, you know, where, you know, all of the guys are around it, and have it in the center and just watch the table. On the other end, it might allow me to record board games. I have 2 board game playthrough videos. One is one that neither of which are very good, up to what I would like, which is why I haven't continued to make more. One of them was like some dungeon game. It was the first thing I recorded for Jadekind Gaming. Like almost a year before I started doing Jadekind Gaming, I'd made and edited this video. It's got credits. It ends in credits because I didn't know what the overall goal of the channel was. So I put together this video. When I finally started doing the actual channel, I actually I come on, I introduce it, and then I play the video starting with the intro that I'd already edited onto it. And then I also have Lords of Waterdeep, which I recorded with some friends in a similar style to some of the earlier D&D videos, and I have some shots of the board in there, but it's not consistent throughout the game. You just kind of have to accept, things are happening on the board out of screen. Not the nicest. I'd love to be able to say we have a day where one of my friends is not feeling well, so we're not going to play D&D. Instead, I say, well, the rest of you come over and we'll play Catan or Carcassonne or Codenames or whatever, and just be able to have a camera that is watching the table so that we can present the game. Eventually, like right now I have the old HeroQuest, but I'm getting the remake. That'll be nice quality. Not something that I'm worried that it's falling apart while we're trying to actually play with it. And I'd like to be able to present that game and do like the campaign of that game. That would be cool. That would be a different kind of content, still episodic, something different to show off. I would like doing that. But I need a way to show off the table to do it. And that's been something that I've thought for a long time, with the goal being maybe to get a new of the expensive cameras that allows me to do a clean feed and have something like that. But this this might be a way to do it without a couple $1,000 expense. And that'd be nice. Now, the big things I need hopefully just a battery, because I'll need to be able to zoom in and out, at least some amount of movement with the remote. That will help greatly. And some way to mount it up on the ceiling, which, I mean, maybe it can be put upside down and like suspended. I ain't gonna rely on that. Probably something that it can sit on. Like, I don't know, I can build like a wooden shelf if needed. It does not have any mounting brackets, or if it does, there is this strip of Velcro on the bottom that Mike's work could put on there. I'm gonna try and peel that off. Maybe, because that's right in the center. If there's a tripod mount, my life will be so much easier. But I'm gonna find out. It's there. I have found it. There is a tripod mount. Wonderful. So that means there are a number of mounting solutions, some of which are what I've already looked for, because like I've been planning to get some sort of camera solution for this for a while. It's just been a few $1,000 solution. So I've kind of been trying to get my ducks all in a row and make the decision of, do I really want to pull the trigger on this? And Nick's been upset with me a number of times for, you keep buying more Dwarven Forge instead of new cameras so we can show off board games or Magic. What if I can show off Magic the Gathering? That'd be cool. Or whatever. But by putting it off, I might have come up with a solution that I didn't have to pay for. That'd be cool. So I'll look into some of the mounting options that I had in there, and maybe something like that will just work. Mount this, hang it on the ceiling. That'd be cool. But yeah, otherwise, it's just kind of a stormy evening. It's like at least an hour before it would normally get dark. A couple hours before bed. And actually, I think I am just going to close the curtains because it's enough storm clouds and stuff that it's basically dark out. So having these open is not really letting any more light in. I'm going to close those a little early tonight. And I'll just relax the evening away. Thank you for joining me. Join me as my journey continues.